Okay, so good evening. My name is Craig Blanchette, and it's my pleasure to host this call for us tonight. It's not a call anymore. It's a video something or other, right? And so tonight we have a forum that, just to let you guys know, we're formatting and trying to structure our Tuesday night Tuesday tips coach huddle. And so we're doing the first 10 minutes will be a certain focus, and then the middle 10 minutes will be another focus, and then we'll finish up with the last 10 minutes. So it's 3 times 10 minutes. And so as we start off this morning, we've also, you may have noticed that we are spreading, getting a lot more people involved and spreading around the people that are sharing and their voices, so that you get to know more of our team. Now that we have so many awesome leaders that I get to delegate to our incredible team. And so for our first segment tonight, we're going to toss it over to Diane, and she's going to go through that. So Diane, welcome to the Tuesday night tips.
Yes, well, it's exciting to see how many of us are here together. How many? 18, yay. So we're going to start off with celebration. So, the cool thing about being a coach is I feel, and I bet a lot of you on this call feel like, there's always something to celebrate, right? Anytime you get that call from one of those clients that says, guess what? My doctor took me off my medication, my high blood pressure medication. That's worthy of celebration. The cool thing about coaching is that we hear a lot of those kinds of things. So the more active we are as coaches, the more people we're going to impact, the more people we bring hope to. So tonight, I want to start by asking somebody who would like to share maybe a celebration that they had this week. Okay, I'm going to pick on Christina. Christina, you can get it out of the way. Do it first.
You're killing me.
Yeah, but I can do that, right?
Craig, is this what we were talking about? Is that what I'm supposed to? Okay. Thanks for not putting me on the spot completely. That's fantastic. So I mentioned about 3 weeks ago that I lost a client. Well, she is still with us. She is taking it month by month. At least we're taking it with her month by month. And she's currently maintaining. I mean, she's doing healthier habits, which is the goal, to do healthier habits. But she's also having a really hard time with the 5-in-1. So we're just working through those hurdles and being able to get her to where she wants to be. And that's why you have a coach, is so that they can help you get to where you want to be and remind you where you want to go. So
let me jump in for just a second. So Christine, just to give people feedback, it looked like this person was unplugging from the entire process.
Yes.
Because of a challenge with the taste of fuel, the taste of the foods that we recommend, and just sort of some of the basic stuff of the structure. And I said, well, time out, and let's figure out, let's make her understand that we are for her goals. We want to partner with her.
We are her why defenders.
Yep. And so we got in there and we defended her why, because in the end, if somebody walks away from our program, it doesn't solve the problem.
Right.
It just takes away one of her biggest allies. And so you thought she was just out of here.
I thought I was just, I was at a loss. I just didn't know what to do. And I actually found hope in my team of coaches that I work with, all of you guys. And so it really helped to know that, hey, it's okay. Just, do the frozen thing, let it go. And there's more people out there that really want my help. And I just did that. And she's staying for now. So we're just going to keep praying her through that, helping her get to where she wants to be.
And you learned some really cool things in the process too. And
I
I'm
did.
so
I
impressed.
did.
Good job,
Yeah.
Christina. Yep.
So
I'm one. Let's celebrate too that I'm one away from senior coach, and this month I'm hitting senior coach. So that's my goal.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yeah, perfect.
Christina,
Just so I understand, you felt frustrated or like you needed help, and you reached out to your community, and you are being supported. Is that what I just want to make sure I understand what really happened?
Yeah, you kind of heard that all kind of correctly. Yeah, so reaching out to the community using that tool and being open and vulnerable actually benefited me, and it's continuing to benefit me. And
You were coachable and probably learn more about how to coach in the process.
yeah, look at you, Captain Obvious.
well, I'm going to go ahead and pick on somebody else so Christina doesn't feel lonely. So I'm going to pick on Kim, but she knew this was coming, so it's not really being picked on. But Kim is a brand new coach. It's been less than a month. Is that right, Kim? I think so, huh?
No, I think it's a month because our first person's like a month in.
Okay.
Aaron's a month.
Okay. So
It's been
she's
a little over a month.
Yeah, so she's been a coach for a month almost, I think. And she is a very busy real estate agent. And in spite of that, she has taken a lot of actions. Do you want to share with everybody what's kind of gone on for you in the first month in your business?
Well, just talking to people. I do a lot of networking for real estate. And so people have seen I've lost 43 pounds in almost 4 months. So they've seen this drastic change. And so lots of people are interested and want to know what I'm doing. And so I've just been talking to people. And so I've got 2 people I'm signing up tonight. So that those will be 4 and 5. And my son is going to start doing it. I just got to sign him up. I just haven't have time. That's my problem right now. I have lots of people that want to do it. I just don't have time to deal with the people.
Well, that's why you have a team of coaches, right? Supporting.
Right.
So
I need my first person to like want to coach so I can start putting the people under her and let her do it. I can bring in lots of people. I just don't have the time to manage them. That's my problem right now.
Well, can I tell you what I heard you say in all of that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that you're living out loud, and that's one of the things that we ask about during, I think it's the 5 pound celebration. We suggest people live out loud, and that's what you're doing, Kim. And in spite of a lot of excuses, you're still taking action. So congratulations on that. I love it. Good job.
Well, I think it's just really important to be authentic to who I am. That's part of who I am in my real estate business. Is I'm authentic. I am me, and the more me I am, the more people I draw to me for real estate. And I think that it's just important to be authentic and be true to who you are.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm going to pick on one more person. Vera, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Can we see your pretty face?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
No.
Are you having techie issues or?
Yeah, it's having like a connection. It's like slow. It's a slow connection.
Okay. Well, oh, there you are. We see you now. Oh no, that's Debbie. Where is she? She went away. Is she gone?
Down below. She's still there.
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Okay, Vera, yeah, you popped onto the other screen. I was only looking on the first screen here. So Vera is a brand new coach too. How long, Vera? A week?
Yeah, like a week and a half.
Yeah, a week and a half. And something you told me that I think is really, important to mention is, do you remember that one thing you said you did that was really outside your comfort zone?
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I had watched the video that Alex posted last Tuesday, about posting on Facebook and things like that. And I've always been real shy or embarrassed to post anything, even though it's a success or even though it's something beneficial, me being, on a healthy living plan and changing my life. It was still embarrassing, I guess, because I felt like, oh, well, they're going to know that I need to lose weight, even though I know they know that I need to lose weight. It was just embarrassing, I think. And I finally, after watching that video, I went on there and I started posting. Not only my city has a whole page, so I posted it in there, and then I posted it on my my Facebook page.
Yay! And you had quite a bit of response to that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had about 4 people. I didn't even know who they were, but they responded to it.
So yay. So congratulations on being bold and taking action. So Craig, are you ready to take over?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, great job, by the way, guys. One of the things that we have to realize is that when we take action, people's lives change. It's not that we take action and we just get a job done, but we connect with a human being, and that human being could have cried themselves to sleep the night before, hopeless about how they could fix this such a fundamental thing in their life where their health is just falling apart. And so when we do these kinds of actions, we get to reach into someone's life and we say, hey, come on, let's do this together. And I don't know about you, but that's a big, big deal. And so I got a couple things that I wanted to talk about here. First of all, some other people that are taking action, and their team is growing rapidly. And this is part of our representing in our team Spokane. So Don Carpenter, Kelly, our Carrie Armstrong, and then Don Hurst, and specifically Cheryl and Randy. And so I talked to them a little bit this week about some of the things that they're doing. So if you can tell us a little bit about the people that you've brought on and kind of what you're doing that is inspiring so many people to join you. So welcome, Cheryl and Randy.
Oh, thanks, Craig. Well, I don't know that we're doing anything that's that inspiring other than sharing our story and our journey with both family and friends and those we meet. And we're finding that, when you are, I guess, so to speak, a walking testimony to what the program can do for you, from both a weight loss as well as from an overall health perspective. It's the whole wellness journey. It's amazing what triggers the interest of other people. As I've shared with Craig, or we have shared with Craig, and we told Don Hurst, who was our mentor coach and business coach, and we said, when we started this program in November of last year, we had no intentions of being coaches. That was, and many of us have probably said that's not our intent. But 3 months into it, when people started noticing it and then began asking, well, what are you doing? It was simply just sharing what the program has done for us and what we feel that it could do for them. So at this point, it started out as being sharing with family. And we have a daughter and son-in-law that are with us. We now have 3 coaches and 15 clients that we're working with. And we actually have 2 potentials. One we're meeting tomorrow night, and one here in the next week. But all of these are coming from just purely being able to share our story and having them be able to see what we have had as far as successes goes, not only on the scale, but also from a medical perspective, lowering cholesterol, as many of you have already experienced, the getting off a high blood pressure medicine. Between us, we've lost 120 pounds. And so that speaks highly of what the program is, and we've been able to sustain that. And so, I feel like the program has certainly met our goals of wanting to lose weight and be able to be healthy, to continue our health with our 9 grandkids and children that we've been blessed with, but being able to share the specifics around what Optavia has to offer in the wellness program it's just being, I think it was said previously, just being honest and open about what those successes have been for us personally. We just recently sold our house. We had our realtors now and his wife are now coaches. The buyers of our house are now on the program starting as of yesterday. So it's kind of interesting how those interactions and just simply a simple comment leads to, wow, I'd like to do that too. I have these goals that I'd like to meet in my health. And so it's been our pleasure to be able to work with them and then be able to help them start their own journey. And so, that's kind of where we're at.
Great job.
It's not anything that we certainly plan to do.
But you're not keeping what you're doing a secret. And what we're really doing is someone just said, you're living out loud and you're not keeping health a secret. And there's so many people out there looking for what you are. And you sell your house. And what do? Well, your realtor ends up becoming a client. Oh, the people that bought your house. Well, they told me that they actually had their first meeting with their new clients in their old house that the people bought. So they had it in their old living room with these new people. It's just funny how the whole thing goes. But the reality is I just want to inspire you guys to take actions and to be real. Just be healthy and be you and connect. And people will come on. They have so many coaches that are joining them left and right. So they're not just recommending the one component of what we offer, but they're offering the trilogy. Yeah. A way to help others and help themselves in the whole thing. And so I love that you don't discriminate, right? You're like, hey, we got a lot to offer here. What do you want? And people are diving into a lot of it. So thank you.
They have their Optavia goggles on, and that's a good picture of what that looks like. Because you don't have to. It just, who cares who's buying your house? Do they want to live healthier? You know, it has nothing to do with if they need to lose weight, because that's not everything. So that's really cool.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to toss this over to Alex, and he's going to take us through a little bit of a training on how to move forward with some different things, and then we'll close up here shortly. So welcome, Alex.
No, glad to be here, and amazing stuff, Cheryl and Randy and everyone who's sharing and what's happening down there and with the Carpenter team, and that's who that's through right there. Is that right? Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I want to say this before I jump into where the magic's happening on the 3x3 program. If you guys haven't caught the 3x3 bus, it is amazing. There's a lot of room on it, and it is filling up, but I think it's an infinite size bus. And so what the heck's a 3x3? I also want to go back just for a moment and say, Cheryl and Randy, there's some soft skills that you guys clearly have. I'd love to see that interview, Craig, where you actually flesh out the things that they're saying. Because, people don't just walk into the house and buy the house and say, can I get on your program? Clearly there's something that they picked up on that was said, or they planted some seed. Unless those people saw you transform before their eyes, there's a soft skill you guys are exercising that I think our team could benefit from. What I want to talk to you all about is the soft skill of Facebook 3x3. And I'm going to keep this really brief tonight so we can give a call to action. And then you can watch the more detailed video, which I'll make sure the link is posted on the Optavia Health Coach page for some details on this. But how many of you, just out of curiosity, haven't had a 100-pound weight loss story? Or 50 or 60 pounds. There's a few of you who can't raise your hands because I know you have. My weight loss story was so long ago that people don't look at me and go, wow, that guy's amazing. Walking in the street, what happened? What'd you do? So I have to use other people's stories and testimonials, right? And man, I'm bringing on a lot of clients just in the last few days. It's amazing. I have people who are interested in coaching. I'm noticing there's several of you who are seeing the same thing happening. And it's coming from this 3x3. So you don't have to have a huge weight loss story. If you do, that's a huge bonus. You can use some of your own before and after. But what's happening is that there's a group of us who've taken on the challenge, and this is redundant because repetition is what builds the muscles. It's not just one rep. It's doing it consistently. So we're going to do transparency. This is a coach training, right? And I want you to be honest, right? Put your hand right in front of the camera if you're working the 3x3 at least 4 out of 7 days consistently. At least 4 out of 7, and keep your hand there. All right. So good. About 2/3 of the room. Okay, pull your hand back. All right. Now, I'm not saying you're bad if you're not, because clearly there's some of you who didn't put your hand there who are having no problems acquiring clients. But here's what's going to happen. That warm list, that low-hanging fruit, guess what? You're going to pick all of it. And it's going to go, and then what's going to happen is there won't be anybody else who sees you as a health and lifestyle coach per se. And right now, duplication, being able to simply transfer who you are to another person, unless somebody else that you're bringing on as a coach has your exact persona and they have those people skills and they're networking like you do, that may be a little hard to duplicate. But almost every one of them on Facebook can make a before and after post of someone else, right? Almost every one of them can post a healthy recipe or put a quote that is out there and then look at the likes and the comments and know how to follow up. Or every one of them can make new friends and friend people of their liking. Every one of them can go through and do those things. So what is a 3x3? Well, again, I'm going to give you the video, but it's working to bring a lot of people in who are interested. And I'm going to show you by a post that I made on Facebook, okay? So I'm going to share my screen real quick like. And this was a person that I friended that I knew from basically, who did I know back in the day when I used to network at the Chamber of Commerce? And I went through that. Who did I know when I used to go to this one place for my kids' daycare, right? You start making lists like that, and I started friending people like that. Well, this particular person I'm about ready to show you was someone who I had friended through the Chamber of Commerce when I used to network with them. And let me know when you can see my screen sharing. Good? All right. So Andrea sends me this message on Wednesday. Can you all see it? Hey, well, she didn't say hey. I caught a few minutes of your Facebook Live.
This is Howard Partridge. Roll with Zig Ziglar.
Okay. No, me and Howard had a great conversation today. Let me share my screen. Thank you. That's not the screen I wanted to share. And I'll give you some good news about that conversation, Craig. So really neat stuff. You guys ever know who Zig Ziglar is? We're going to be doing some work with Zig Ziglar's organization here. That's going to be cool. All right, so moving on. So Andrea, can you see her now?
Yeah. Andrea.
I caught a few minutes of your live Facebook session yesterday, enough to see some before and after pics. So I was highlighting some before and after pictures of people talking about others. They weren't mine. Mine are so far gone. I need a simple program and some accountability. I love your hard work and sweat. I love hard work and sweat, but I love food too. Thoughts? So I want you to see the soft skills on Facebook, right? So clearly Cheryl and Randy have the soft skills in conversation just dynamically with people in their lives. So here's my response to her. Hey, Andrea, great to hear from you. I haven't heard from this gal in easily 7 years, by the way. Wow, it's been a while since we've caught up. Be happy to share with you what's working. Do you have time this afternoon or evening to connect? What's your cell and email? I'm 360-600-2441, alex@optimalliving365.com. Aside from the potential of being able to live healthy and free together, I'm glad to be talking with you again. So aside from the fact that you're interested in that, I'm just glad to be back in conversation with you. I'm going to pause and just check in with you all to see if you saw anything that happened in this response to her that are principles that you might want to exercise when someone inquires.
You tell them that you want to get their phone number, and you're also giving them your phone number.
Yeah, definitely. I'm starting right off because there's this reciprocity. If you give your information, people feel very natural about giving theirs. Before any of that, which is great that you caught that because we were going to go there, notice how I'm being a person. Great to hear from you. I'm not going right into, here's the program. Wow, it's been a while since we caught up. I'd be happy to share that, right? And then you're right. I go right into a call to action. Do you have time to connect this afternoon or evening? Do you notice that I did not start answering her questions on Facebook. I'm not messaging her. I'm taking it to the phone. I'm taking it to a conversation quickly. And that's what you want to do. Any fear that you're having from going and doing that, you just got to go against that and step right through and go right there. Hey, I'd love to catch up with you. And then aside from the health, I just look forward to talking with you again, period. So here's what happens. Okay. So moving on, also, I'm going to do a live with a group of people that I think typo, I life health success coach at 4:30 Pacific today. If you want to join, here's the link. So I sent her that right there. She wasn't able to make that. I'm away on business, she says. Sounds good, Andrea. Looking forward to catching up. Available to meet before 9 a.m. Pacific. So I give her a specific time since she didn't say. I'm camping for the weekend. We'll have very limited reception. How about we set something for Monday? What works for you? Monday is wide open. All right. So we met today at the coffee shop. She said, hey, I live right next to you in Ridgefield. Can we meet together? Normally I would do this on the Zoom. She's a client. You guys saw me introduce her, I believe, tonight on the Healthy Living Happy Life for a client introduction there. So that was a quick turn. That was from Wednesday to that time. Now I had 3 more examples I wanted to share with you guys of these just Facebook soft skills, some that taking a little longer, but how it just kind of goes back and forth. But for the sake of that, we're already at the middle of the hour. We want to do a call to action here. So the first thing, I want to double check. Daniela, Kim, do one of you guys have the wrap up on the call to action, what we're going to have people do?
Can you stop screen share?
Yeah. And if not, I'll go ahead and do it if someone didn't have that prepared. I'm trying to stop the screen share. There we go. So I couldn't hear. Just come off mute and tell me no if you didn't. So I'm assuming it's just me wrapping up with the call to action.
Yep. Go ahead, Alex.
All right. Sounds good. So here's the call to action. 3x3, if you haven't seen it already, is utilizing a follow-up structure. We'll post the link to this form. Who does not have this? Put your hand up in front of your camera if you don't have this yet, and we'll make sure you get it. 1, and Kim, you're obviously blowing it up without the 3x3, but down the road, it'll be good for you to duplicate to others. Okay, Cheryl and Randy need it. Okay, there's a few of you who don't have it. Dawn, all right, we'll make sure you get, so whoever's the mentor coaches, make sure you tag them if you don't already see that there. So this form talks about making 3 posts on Facebook a day. The premise of this is if you were in a court of law, would you be convicted on Facebook of being a health coach? Would there be enough evidence on Facebook to say this person actually lives a healthy lifestyle, promotes health, discusses things? Now, you also want to make sure you're not just blowing your Facebook up with health, of course. Let me give you that little caveat. You want to make posts about your life, your real estate, your friends, your family, what you're doing in retirement, what you're doing with kids, all that other stuff, of course. And the ratio we recommend is that you've got, maybe 3 or 4, sometimes 5 posts of life that's happening. But there's no reason you can't make a post about a recipe as one of those life posts, or something that you're doing that's a lean green that you made, or some quote that inspired you, right? In that regard. And then you're making 3 new friends a day. You're reaching out to people and going into your friends section of find friends. And what you do there, so my challenge is that you would go here onto Facebook. See if you can see this. You guys see it?
Josh Thompson.
Oh, I keep sharing the wrong screen. Craig, can you give me a Zoom tutorial again? Because I've been doing this for obviously not enough, 4 years or 5 years of Zooming is really not enough time to be getting it right. Desktop, share screen.
It is in the files section too on Optimal Health Coach page. If that's what you're going to look for. You seeing it now?
Yeah. Okay. So you go to your friends and you see this thing where it says find friends, and you go there and you click that, and it's going to populate people, you like that accent, populate people that you have mutual friends with, or there's something in common with these people. So this person right here has 25 mutual friends, but it's Linda Benson, so I'm not going to friend them right now. Linda's obviously got that handled, right? And there's other people. It's probably a health coach there. But here's this other person, Tyler Williams. I'm going to click on him, and I'm going to go look and see who our mutual friends are. Ooh, see, here's a circle of people that are, these are all business coaches, not health coaches. This is like Zig Ziglar coaches, John Maxwell coaches, and that regard. This is my circle of people that I run in here. And this Tyler guy, I would go to his timeline page and I would look to see if there's anything about him that I see that we have in common, and I don't. And he's not sharing his timeline. All I see is we have mutual friends. I'm looking at his picture. Looks like a supermodel kind of guy. That's cool, you know? But I'm not sure if he's my guy, right? So that's just me. So I'm moving on to the next area is going back to my Facebook page. So you're going to do this if you want to find some friends, and go to my friends section, hit find friends, and I'm going to look down. We're about there. And I'm looking for people who I just get a feeling for that are my people that I do well with. And there's this guy named Seth. Linda Benson, she's working with Seth, or she's somehow associated, and he's probably a coach or something. I'm going through. It's not all guys that I gravitate with. I do gals as well. I'm looking. Eric, Morton, State Farm, 89 mutual friends. He's a family guy. I'm into that. I do well with family guys. A lot of my health coaches on my team have families and they do well. 89 mutual friends. They're not health coaches. Okay, he's a local Vancouver guy right here. I'm going to go to his page and look at his timeline, and I'm going to see, speaking on issues affecting the economy and the port, I do really well with people who are city guys. This is my wheelhouse. He likes the brewery. All right, that's cool. I don't do a ton of it, but I'm good with it. I'm good with the breweries. Local guy, Husong and Larry's. Those are some of my friends down there. He knows my friend Scott Tiniakis. He knows a couple people from the chamber. I don't know them closely, but that's really cool. Scott likes me. All right, cool. This guy's going to be a friend right here. Add him as a friend. I'm going to pause, and that would be one of my 3 friends that I would do. Okay. Does that make sense?
And just to show you, I'm going to show you guys quickly on the Optavia Health Coach, the OHC. We're going to go into that right now, and then when you're in the Optavia Health Coach, over here where it says Files, it's on the left-hand side, Files. You click on that, and the 3x3 tool. Daniela posted this in there. So if we click on that, it takes you to this page here, and that is that calendar that you can print out. So just that's how you can go and find where that's at to get that. So you have to go to File section. If you're on a mobile device, it's going to be more of a challenge. You want to do this on your computer so that you can print it out.
All right. So that is a great way of growing friends and I know what my values are. Like I already kind of know like that I'm not going to list all my values out, but somebody who likes to have fun, somebody who is engaged in the public, somebody who knows people, networks with people, and just loves being active and out. And notice that a lot of the coaches I bring on board are not people who need to lose weight too. I have about a half and half. Half people that have come on board as coaches have been at their healthy weight. Half have needed that weight loss area. But that's just who I am. So you'll find your group of friends and people that you have genuine things that you would talk about with them aside from health. That's a really good thing when you're looking for friends. Are these people I actually would want to hang out with and do some things, or maybe they have an interest? It doesn't have to be, but it's a lot better when you can be authentic and be you and be your message.
So as we're finishing up here, there's a couple things that are happening here. On the 26th of this month, we're going to be doing a 6-week boot camp. So it's going to be Saturday mornings. We'll get you more information about it, but the 26th will be the first week. And we're going to teach you the 3x3 tool. We're also going to teach you a bunch of the other skills to basically go from a new coach to senior coach. Some of the scripts that we do, building your list, all those kinds of things. So you will see an invitation to that. We've done them in the past for 4 weeks. We're going to move it to a 6 weeks, so we have a little bit more time to unpack. And each one of these boot camps is also going to have work groups to where we get together and we'll actually practice these types of skills together. And we will be training on the 3x3 in depth during that. So, all right. So action items for us today. Do you have a couple of basic ones for us to do, Alex?
Well, I'll repeat what I said. The action item it's to go on Facebook and friend people that you go to your friend section and friend people that you believe are the types of people you would want to have as Facebook friends based on some actual criteria instead of just randomly picking. And then start the dialogue. And if you don't, there's a lot of little details with this that you'll learn over time, but there's a way to make some post that people like and comment on. And then there's ways to actually follow up with that, which will be going in our next training of what kind of posts get the best responses, what endings in posts that you make really trigger people to like or comment, what things turn people off, saying, hey, message me every single time. If you want more information on the program, you're going to get very few likes and comments. My biggest likes and comments, I'll just give you a tip if you are making posts. So friend people, make some posts, is when I don't say private message me, but I just say I'm celebrating Stephanie. This girl rocked it. She lost 40 pounds, changed her life. It's amazing, right? People will start liking and commenting, wow. Then you follow up with the likes and the comments. Does that make sense? Way better than saying message me. You'll get very few people who will do that. And although I didn't show you the other 3 besides Andrea that are starting as clients this week, none of them responded to I didn't even put a comment, private message me. They just said, I'm interested. What are you doing with this gal or these people? So.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, guys. So there's your action item to get forward on it. If you don't know, if you're stuck and you don't know how to get the first step is always talk to your mentor.
Yep.
Right? You just send them a message right now and said, help. It's simple. Help will be enough. You just raise your hand essentially with a text message or a Facebook message, help. And then each one of us will respond and connect with you appropriately, and we will get you started on this. This is a wonderful, wonderful tool to take basic, simple actions and start really making a connection with people. So, all right, Christina, you got it. Help. All right, you guys, we're going to finish up for tonight. Hope that you enjoyed that training, and we'll see you next time. And thanks for joining us, everybody. Take care.
Sounds